These friendly neighborhood superheroes are on a mission to help Indonesian voters exercise their right to democracy. But behind the costumes are the real issues that brought them to the polling booths.
I hope we will continue to see development in the districts, especially in the rural areas.
I want the future government to eradicate poverty and boost employment.
The presidential race is a rematch of the 2014 elections. Incumbent Joko Widodo is hoping to repeat his victory to claim another 5-year term. During his tenure, Widodo has overseen several infrastructure projects, including airports, railway lines, and road expansions. He's pledged to continue those efforts through a $340 billion spending plan launched in 2014. Widodo is also aiming to reduce poverty and narrow the inequality gap between rural and urban areas. And he's promised to implement robust reforms to boost foreign direct investment. The economy has been growing steadily over the past 5 years, with annual GDP growth hovering at 5%. But it's well below Widodo's target of 7%.
We can't rely only on economic growth, but also on distribution, because economic growth without distribution results in disparity.
Rival Prabowo Subianto says the disparity has widened under Widodo's presidency. Recent data suggests nearly 40 million farmers, who account for a third of the labor force, have reported lower income since 2014. Prabowo has taken a more nationalist approach, calling for increased protectionist measures to safeguard domestic industries. The former army general has proposed deep tax cuts to boost the economy and pledged to tackle inflation by cutting food prices. He's also promised to create more jobs that prioritize Indonesians over foreign workers.
It is necessary to have a reorientation of development. Decisive policies are needed to end the flow of funds to foreign countries, then focus on development of industry in all sectors.
Official results are expected next month, and many Indonesians are hoping for an outcome that will boost the economy. Laila Humairah, TRT World.
TRT World Correspondent Natalie Poyhonen is in the Indonesian capital Jakarta and has more on what's at stake in these elections.
In this election, the economy has certainly been a hot-button issue. For many voters, this is also a chance to have their say about how they think President Joko Widodo has performed over the past 5 years. When he came to office, he pledged to grow the economy by about 7% a year. It's been hovering around the 5% mark, and for some that's perfectly adequate, but for others it isn't what he promised to deliver on. The one thing he has been able to do is to embrace the infrastructure projects of the nation. Many projects, including highways and even a rail transport line here in Jakarta, had been talked about for decades. During his time in office, he's been able to push those projects through.
There are a lot of other infrastructure projects and a lot of other projects in the nation. If you follow the news, you can see a huge difference and proven tracks for his. So the economy has a lot of advantage on his side for sure.
If I go to the places where you don't even have electricity 24 hours, they're really blessed to have a road or a highway that connects their health facility to their house.
But for other voters, it's all about the cost of living. I've spoken with many small food stall owners who've said that their costs of staple goods like garlic, onion and chilies has been going up. And that's not a cost that they can pass on to their customers, so they've had to wear it. And they've been telling me that they want to vote for Prabowo Subianto because he's promised to tackle that issue. So it really could come down to a vote about what happens to your hip pocket.